Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a replay in the Machine on Fisherman's Bay. Now, this is going to be a game that was quite frustrating for me, I must admit. Now I'm in a platoon with Tony again. He's in his Action 10, and as the day before we were on Fisherman's Bay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go middle. Now why do I go middle? I've got speed, and I can get a bit of, spotting and view range out from the middle. Even though they've got 390 view range, which isn't bad, but worse than most tier 9s and 10s kind of base view range, and I also have the terrible camo to boot, so I'm not really a medium tank. But the other reason is that up in the middle of the town, in the centre, there's a certain building I like to use when there's artillery, that just give me already cover. And I'm going to go towards that building. But the Machine, I hate the fact it has terrible sidearm and gets overmatched. I hate the gun on it. That's terrible. Quite poor penetration. Now, 310 heat pen sounds okay, but against the super heavies, does struggle quite a bit. The standard pen's 248. That also struggles quite a bit, especially against super heavies. Best example being, in a recent Machine video, I bounced 2 out of 4 shots on the flat lower plate of an E100 about 100 meters from me. So, why do I play this thing if I hate the gun, I hate the armor? Speed and ramming, that's basically it. But this video is going to be a good example of the gun, more than no else, I think. See, staying quite close to the building. Anytime I pop out around this corner that I'm looking at, there's a opportunity that the artillery will be able to hit me, so I've got to be careful. Launch of his turret, don't even know why I tried for the hull. Misses weak point, misses weak point. Now obviously, for balancing purposes, the aim time of this vehicle in the bloom whenever you fire is at a point where you can't just fire all your shots maximum speed and have good accuracy for it. Two light tanks, both tier 9. I'm pointing towards them. First one pans me, second one pans me straight through the front, no problem. So, and here's a 260. So, I don't actually think the Machine is overpowered. A lot of people seem to think that. I definitely do not. It might feel that way when it comes screaming in to ram you, but I've played a lot of games in it. It's not that OP. It's fun though. It is nice to have a fast vehicle. See, I'm trying to stay close. 260 pens me again. Now, what's the penetration? I've got standard rounds loaded. Lower plate. Bounce. Bounce. Gotta make some distance. Finally pan. Now he bounces off my frontal hull. The thing is, the lower plate can be a bit trolly on the Machine. But as I said, you just pen it through the side. Or through the very obvious cupola when you're at close range. Which would have been a lot harder for me to do on the 260 if I'm trying to pen his cupola. And I definitely can't overmatch his side. Now, to begin with, you'll see that I've only done 1500 damage, but I have managed to get almost 2400 assistance from this middle position already. So I've already made decent use of it for the spotting, which is what I wanted to do here. So I've kind of achieved my goal. Long range shots, I actually shoot a house because TN5E6 crosses into something and stops. But the 3 shots I did fire aimed at him actually hit, which is quite surprising. Now, artillery's still alive, which is a little bit scary if I get spotted. And now I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to provide supporting fire to my team near our base. Just if I can get side shots in, it'd be quite nice. Now, my team's artillery is doing his best to try and whittle them down. But as you just see me waiting for the shot on the E4, when I first loaded into this game I knew there'd be problems because I referred before about the penetration of the vehicle. And any time you go into a game and you see super heavies, because there's a mouse, an E100, and the VK7201K thing on the enemy team. That's never what you want to say in a Machine. And you're going to see now I'm reloading hate, because now it's time for me to fight with the super heavies. Now, I see the Valor are patterns next to me, which is quite nice to have. And the artillery on the enemy team is dead now, so now when I pop out, I'm a lot more safe. Obviously, the enemy tank is still shooting at me, but not having the artillery is nice. Did actually need heat shells for that, and I had to adjust my aim accordingly for the slower heat shells over the APCR. Got one shot in the machine, and I'm trying to get a shot into the Valor just because he's causing our team's problem right now, so I thought if I could put a bit of damage into him, that'd be nice. I see the mouse has a shot at me, so I reversed to use the house as cover between me and the mouse. And now this is where the autoloader comes in. I'm loading heat. Now obviously heat will struggle with the side of tanks if I hit their tracks, but if I load APCR and then the mouse or E100 comes over, I probably won't even be able to pen their lower plate. So I kind of need to keep heat loaded just in case the mouse shows up. And you'll see, shooting the side of the machine. Now I said you can overmatch its side. However, if you have heat loaded, there's a good chance if you hit the tracks, it will get absorbed by the tracks before it makes contact with the hull, and therefore heat will not overmatch. You still can, it just depends on if the tracks absorb it or not, which is a bit of RNG. Now I've still got 3 shots in the chamber. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use the team's view range. I have the worst view range, maybe apart from the TD, and I've got horrible camouflage. So with the M48 Patton next to me, he's got really good view range, and our light tank is on his way, as he's just stated. And I'm hoping that they'll spot, because not only do I not have the view range or the camo, but I'm also low on hit points, as you can see. And I'm the easiest to pan. Because I'm a lot bigger than the light tank is. Now, heat shells. Trying to aim for the turret. Miss. Miss. Hit, but bounce, because he's well angled. And that's the thing, if I had 330, 340 heat pan there, even with his turret angled like that, I might have been able to pan it. I would have stood a much better chance compared to the 310 heat shells on this. Now, the Valor was over to the left, but disappeared, but there was someone with the Valor over there. And you'll actually see, I did just get shot in the turret from that direction. So now I know there's someone there, I'm quite scared of popping up on the ridge to shoot the mouse in case any of my hull armor side of it is exposed to whoever's in the bush. I don't actually know who it is right now. It would have to be either the E100, the medium tank, or whatever TD it is. And I didn't see how much damage I blocked. Now you see, our Patton gets shot straight in the face. I can't quite pop up for the mouse, and the 100 is on full health, which is great. Still got the heat shells loaded, and what you're going to see is, if you look at the minimap, our Patton is relocating. I'm just going to go spot the mouse once more, or try to. And with him on 306 health, I really need him to be dealt with by the teammates. And you would have seen during that entire engagement, our light tank was all the way in the corner with our tank destroyer. And I'm assuming he was sniping, but he wasn't spotting, I can tell you that much. And when we really could have done with him the spot. Now, the reason I bring that up is, I'm not reloading the standard clip, there's a Progetto. Our light tank, who was hiding in the corner behind the TD, you would think would want to keep his distance and not fight the Progetto or get spotted, and just wait for me or the M48 Patton to get over there. Unfortunately, you'd think that, but you'd be wrong. Our light tank's just gonna run in there, and yep, he's dead. And then the Progetto gets finished off. I don't know why he couldn't just wait for us. That's basically what he spent the entire game doing, just waiting for everyone else to spot people and fight. And in that situation, he could see we were both on our way. And that puts us in a predicament, because now I've decided I have to follow the M48 Patton. I need his view range, as well as that I need his 340 heat pen to kill the mouse. So I've turned around and I'm following the M48 Patton. I think he's off to that corner bit, little island that some TDs like to sit on. And the one thing I do have going for me is mobility. I can't keep up with a Patton. I might even be faster than a Patton, to be honest. It's quite a slow medium. And now what's happening is you will see that he's looking out to the right, down towards the town. So I've decided I just need to extend a little bit of view range up north, just in case someone's trying to flank us, like the machine, or if the mouse is coming. So, although I want to stay with the M48 pattern, I don't want to stay right next to him. I need to extend the view range. But I'm going to stay close enough that hopefully he can help me. Spot the mouse. Now, I'm praying that the M48 pattern can deal with him. Because with 306 health, I can actually still quite comfortably low roll and not kill him, whereas the pattern most probably will kill him if he pans him. Pumping up to see if I spot anyone else. No one as of yet coming down the 1-2 line. And the other issue about the position I'm in right now is it's quite a steep hill. So even with 10 degrees of gun depression, it's quite hard to use it without exposing a lot of the lower plate. And you're going to see that little disadvantage play out in a moment. So, also, the one thing to mention at this point is I just really forgotten about the E100, and now he's shown up on full health, and I'm just thinking, there's not much I can do here, because obviously I'm in a lot loader, so once I run out of ammo I'm going to be reloading for ages, and both the E100 and the mouse are pushing this direction. As well as that, my spidey sense is tingling at this moment, and I'm thinking the machine's a very fast tank, and he's not been spotted yet. So as I'm trying to get the shot into the E100, you're going to see, I decide to have a quick look down the 1-2 line, and here he is. Try to hit the tracks, but because I've got heat loaded, I cannot go through the tracks. Get one last shot into the lower plate of the E100, and he finishes me off on the move. So again, the heat shots I had loaded for the mouse and the E100 prevented me from going through the tracks and overmatching the machine. This is kind of sad. But this game, I was just spent the mid part hoping our light tank would spot people on the enemy side of the map, because obviously there was that tank that shot me when I was looking at the mouse, hidden in bushes, and I was hoping the light tank would spot him, but unfortunately wasn't to be. However, I still made good use of this game. I went to the center even without very good view range or camo, and I succeeded in doing what I wanted to do, which is get assistance. You see I got 3,000 assistance, 3,500 damage, up to 93.5% mark of excellence. And overall, it was a good game for Mark, so I can't complain. And really that's all that matters. I still had a good game individually. Still got what I want, and that's how you want to stay happy during these losses. Just look at the silver lining, which for me is gun marks. Maybe for you it's something else. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.